When you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Or so they say. Well, hey everyone, it's Kelly, the Frugal Fun Mum here in Adelaide, Australia. Welcome to the channel and to today's video where we're doing something a little bit crazy. I'm going to plan a meal plan and see if we can execute it or not, and how our week comes out. So I filmed all this last week. I'm just doing this intro real quick, so I will show you all the footage that we have and I'll come back at the end and say goodbye. Hey guys, alright, so we're back in my kitchen, so round 2 for the follow me around for a week. And so it's Tuesday, I've just got home from Zumba, have done a little bit of Markdown shopping, so I'll show you that. And I'll show you sort of where we're at with things and where we're going, how I think meal planning will kind of go. I've cleaned off my board here and I can put some ideas down, and then I can show you at the end of the week where we end up, because it won't be where I thought. And just how life comes in and how I balance that and juggle it. So first thing I want to tell you guys is that it's Tuesday, and we actually, my 2 children have to be at 2 different events at different times, luckily. So dinner tonight is going to be takeaway because one child is out of the house from 3 till 8, and then the other child is out of the house from 4 till 9. So and that's with travel time and stuff too. So I have allowed once for both of them to have takeaway. Probably my hubby will have takeaway as well. I will make myself a wrap because I like to save money, and also I bought some ingredients as a Markdown, which again I'll show you. And that was half of my reason for finding what I did today. So I don't mind paying a little bit of extra for what I did get, because it's going to last me 2 or 3 meals. So I'm going to take you with me. We're going to go through the fridge and freezer. I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing, how I'm going to create the meals, and then we're going to see where we end up, because we know we're not going to end up where we say. So let's go. Alright, so all the butters are still here. Now, I got iced coffee the other day because it was marked down, but then I got this chocolate milk from Aldi because it was $3.49. So, and they have iced coffee there for $3.49, but again, it's this Champ brand. So I'm probably going to go to Aldi for iced coffee and chocolate milk if I can't find it at a bargain. Just Kira's leftover juice. We need some more apple juice soon. Some more juice, oat milk, more juice. I'll probably end up drinking them. Soda water, lemonade, and then there's some wine for our risotto. So straight away I know I've got the base for a risotto. So that could be 1 meal. Up here we have leftover mince and rice, so that will need to be a meal, or I'll throw it in the freezer because that was last night's dinner. It's leftovers. If my husband doesn't eat that tonight and gets takeaway, which I bet he does, then that will be someone else's dinner. I have a cream, which, you know, best before 1st of April, so I better use that. Cheese, still have the egg whites from that last week. This is what happens, stuff lives in the fridge. Cheese and ham, Kira's gherkins. This is the milk that I have just left over. I don't buy bigger milks anymore because I'm the only one who uses it in coffee, so it's not for the weekend that hubby needs milk. So I could just go and buy another litre if I don't find anything marked down in time. Next shelf, I pulled this out of the freezer. I threw it in there in a hurry. I need to chop this all up. This is a stew, so there we go. We've got a second meal. I need to pull this celery apart. Got that as a Markdown too. Cream cheese, I don't know why. Oh, and the tofu's here, so visually my daughter sees it. In here, I bought 2 of these Philadelphia cream cheeses because these were $2.45 each from memory, whereas the Coles one, which I bought because I didn't have any, this was $3.30. I'm spewing. I bought this and then a day later the special came out, so I've got 2 of these. And then here is some mangoes that I bought that I'm going to be pulling apart to make that cheesecake because they were marked down. And then all the other cheeses in there. So So I just bought this as a markdown, so it's a pasta salad. I'm gonna put that inside a wrap. I've also just got these chicken burgers with zucchini and parmesan, so I would eat them. I'm not sure if anyone else in the family would, so maybe someone can have that mince takeaway, but there again, there's the third meal. Chicken loaf and ham for lunches. I've got another cream that I need to use, kombucha, and back here got a cauliflower last night because it was $3.50 for a whole one, so I need to blanch that and freeze it. And I got a whole lettuce and just our margarine, and I've still got some eggs. And then in here, I got this Hokey Pokey milk markdown because I knew I had the cream, and I've still got those eggs, but I've got some more eggs. I'm going to make ice cream. And I got some organic carrots just because they were marked down, but they're on special this week at Coles for $1.20. So yeah. And I've got 2 lots of eggs in there. I got some carrot sticks marked down for 20 cents, so I can just throw those in the freezer, or I can cook them on the stove with some corn. And I got this beef brisket. I was going to throw it in the freezer, but we might have it for a meal soon. I don't know. So there's kind of 4 meals. Let's have a look in the freezer. So these are all my son's meals. I pretty much just jump around the same thing. Either the risotto balls he has. He's lately been enjoying these samosas, popcorn chicken, or chicken nuggets. Sometimes we'll have pasta. I do have a chicken dim sim that he can have as well. So when I do meals, I pretty much know what stuff is there for him. I just kind of, and then he just has those on repeat. So when I'm looking at meals for all of us, it's about sort of us as a family. So we have her breadhead. We have pizzas here. So that's meal number 5. And my son will eat pizzas if we have them. I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mince. Have chicken, so I could have sweet and sour chicken. So I could have a lasagna. Could have spaghetti bog. I could make these into meatballs. So that's 6, 7, 8 meals. 9 meals. This is another chicken. 10 meals. I've got pies left over. So there's pie there, and there's 2 more down there. So that's another meal. So 10. That's 11, 12. I don't know. I've got stir fry meat. Sorry. So that's what, 13 meals. I have some more chicken in there pre-cooked. I have sausages. No one in the family really likes them, but I could have them when they have, say, like a chicken satay or something like that. We have in here chicken burgers for my son. So if I find markdown burger rolls, I will grab them, because even if they're super cheap, we just use 1 or 2. Then it's a cheap meal for him while we have something else. I have a whole frozen chook in here. I have the pasties that my daughter likes. So when we have pie, she'll have pasties. And all the other veggies are in there. So let's make a bit of a meal plan, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I need to make a cheesecake. So I'm gonna put that there. And I also need to make some ice cream because I have all of the ingredients for that now. So dinner for tonight is going to be takeaway. Actually, what I'm going to do, so real and then plan. All right, so here's our plan, and here's what really happened. So I'm just going to write takeaway. I did have plans as well that we could maybe eat or still have chicken and rice, and then they could just reheat it when they come home, and everyone screwed their nose up to me. And I get it, but sometimes it frustrates me. So Wednesday night we have a couple of sports things coming up. Don't even ask. my family, we aren't really sports people, but we have some things happening. So we won't be home till Wednesday night at 6 p.m. So I think I'll probably cook a risotto for dinner. And I'll probably do my son a small pizza. So this is where I will have different foods for him compared to us. Thursday night, I think I'll cook that brisket. I can't spell. Probably says biscuit. Brisket. Because I'll have time to be home Thursday night to cook that. Friday night, I probably will cook that chicken. And we can have veg and stuff as well. Saturday night, we could have a pizza. Sunday night, we'll probably have tuna patties because we haven't had them in ages. And this way my son gets some fish slash, also, probably when we have briskets, he'll have a chicken burger. When we have the chicken, he'll probably have the arancini bowls. He'll have pizza, he'll have tuna patties. Next Monday night will probably be chicken and rice. If I have sweet and sour chicken in the fridge, in the cupboard, but if I didn't and I went to the shop to look for the special and there wasn't any there, then I'd grab the honey mustard chicken. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 nights of the meals, and we'll see how we go. Hey guys, forgot to mention that I did get burger buns super cheap for 99 cents. So then that means that probably tomorrow night we'll need to have chicken burger, or my son will have chicken burger. But I wrote pizza. So already things are changing. And then I've just realized I've completely forgotten about those chicken patties that are in the fridge. So maybe we'll have those tomorrow night. I don't really like the bread rolls, so I'll probably have an open burger with some of that pasta salad, use it up, some of the new lettuce. I'll cut up the celery, make a side salad, probably cook chips for everybody else. I just won't have them. So this is how things evolve all the time. I also realized that there's other meals in there that I didn't even mention. With the mince, I could make a shepherd's pie. The chicken, we could do like three different chicken and rice dishes. There could be a curry chicken that I talked about, and I'll have something else. Sometimes I'm happy with just like a sandwich, like ham, cheese and pineapple sandwich, and also basic pastas and things like that too. So we always have a whole myriad of meals and things at our disposal. It's just that when I see markdown things, I'm like, oh, grab it. And so then, yeah, it'll get thrown in the fridge for sort of a day or so. If we don't use it, I'll just chuck it in the freezer, and then that way it's, you know, lasting quite a while. So I don't stockpile sort of mentally in prep for it. I just kind of keep going, and as I see things, I grab them. So I haven't bought any mince over the past couple of weeks. I haven't been happy with the prices. Most of the mince markdown has to be from $3 to about $5, so it equals about $10 a kilo. If it's under that, cool, I'll grab it. If it's over, I won't, because I know I have 3 or 4 packs in the freezer. So this is how mentally I kind of keep going. I will there be processing chicken and things like that. I have the frozen chicken in there, but it's a pain to defrost. So if I see it on special, then I'll buy some, and I'll buy some more, because it's always easy to have chicken left over. I can blanch the chicken as well and then have it there for the risotto and also for pizzas, because I'm pretty sure I've only got pizza chicken in there, which is like some old thigh meat. They don't really like eating the thigh meat on its own, but when you break it all up onto the pizza, it holds really good moisture. It's not dried out. So these are the things that I'm constantly doing, go with how I process everything. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and we'll just keep plodding through the week. All right, I'll see you soon. So this is just a little markdown haul that I just said I'd show you guys. So I got these hot cross buns, and I just picked up these 3 packs of the samosas. So it's buy 2 and get the 3rd for free. So they'll be good. These are the burger buns again. So I picked them up because they're 99 cents. So if we only eat 1 or 2, that's fine. And got these chicken patties from Woolworths. and got this pasta salad. I picked it up because it's the bigger packet, but I know we will eat it. So this is pretty much how we have all our hot cross buns. So first meal is a takeaway, and my son had takeaway, my daughter and my husband. I think my hubby was happy for the break. I just had a wrap, which I enjoyed. The next night we planned a risotto with a pizza, and instead we had those chicken burgers. So my son had a crispy chicken burger patty that he normally has. Then I cooked the 3 of the other chicken ones, and I've frozen this last one, so I'll have that myself. And then I've just cut open burger patties for everyone except myself. I've had an open burger, and I've put a side salad on the plate for my daughter and myself with some of the pasta salad as well. Okay, so the next night I planned to cook that brisket and have some chicken burgers, and we went to Costco. So we cooked the Dagwood dogs and had pancakes, and everybody ate these. And I'm not really a fan of the pancakes, they were okay, but and my son didn't mind them either, but we will save the rest for my daughter happily. But we all loved the Dagwood dogs. So I'm just pulling apart the chicken that we got from Costco. It's $6.99, and I can get nearly 700 grams of chicken from it, so I think that's pretty good value. We don't use the carcasses in stocks or stews. We just don't enjoy it, so I'm not going to use it. I find it very, very fatty. So I've gotten 3 big bags, which will do for risotto, and 2 smaller bags for pizzas, and some leftover chicken for lunches, for like wraps or just for people to snack on through the week. And then we've got that brisket that I was going to cook, but I'm not going to cook it. I'm not going to have time, and I know tomorrow night I'm busy so it's just going to go in the freezer. Otherwise, if I leave it in the fridge, it's just going to sit there for another week. Next night I plan to have like some chicken and rice and some arancini bowls, but I got very, very busy and had to get a pizza together pretty quickly because that was quicker than doing the chicken and rice. So everything's pre-measured out, so it's easy to put together. Next day I got some Markdowns, so I got a couple of these meat pies. They'll go in the freezer, as well as these lamb loin chops. That's another meal. I got this sour cream, so it's the bigger pack, but if I divide it in half, it's cheaper than the 2 smaller ones. And the same with the thickened cream. It's a bit more expensive than what I normally pay for the bigger ones, but that's all I found for today. Got these lamingtons, they'll go in the freezer for my son. And I got this fish, which I thought was an amazing bargain, so that will be great. And we got these sliders meat as well, so probably use half and freeze the other half. So I got the fish, and I'm just pulling it apart and patting it dry, and I'm going to wrap it all up and then stick it in the freezer because I didn't have any of the crumb mixture that I really wanted to cover the fish in, and I'm not going to get to the shops for the next 2 days and I will forget it. So I'm just going to freeze the fish right now, and then it's done. Otherwise it's going to sit in the fridge for another 2 and 3 days, stink out my fridge, and also then the fish will go off and we won't be able to have it at all. So just freeze it and I'll deal with it later. Alright, so the next night, of course, another meal plan, and we've changed to mini burgers because I really want to use up these sliders, and I got these brioche buns as a markdown today because something changed again and I did have to go to the shop. So I'm just dividing up these little patties in half, and for the rest of these as the pork, I'm going to freeze. My daughter isn't a fan of pork, but I can usually cook that up and stick it inside a lasagna or something like that, but she doesn't like it on its own. So I'll freeze those and use them again. So I'm just chopping up all of the little buns, and we made little mini burgers, and everyone thought that was so cute. Next, we're finally getting on to making the mango cheesecake. So I've got those mangoes that I got marked down. They're super soft, so I need to use them or prep them for the freezer. So first I'm just making the base, so it's just crushed up biscuits with about 80 grams of butter. I think I just melted whatever I found in the fridge. Didn't really measure it. It all gets eaten, it doesn't really matter the exact measurements. Then I'm just making the cream base. So I used half of the container of cream, the full packet of cream cheese, and about half a cup of sugar. And then I pulled apart one mango and then I put that inside of the mixture. I wish I used a little bit less cream because this mixture was runnier than normal, but you know what, it still got eaten no matter what. So it could be liquid on a plate, no one would care. The second mango I pulled apart and made a complete mess, and I just mixed in the rest of the cream, and I'll put that into a container and put it in the freezer. Then it will be a base for an ice cream or another cheesecake. I don't know, I'll just chuck it in the freezer and use it when I need. The next night we had tuna patties as planned because my hubby cooks those, gave me a night off. I didn't film it, I'm sure you guys know what it looks like. So last night the plan was chicken and rice, but we had chicken and veg because I found this as a markdown at Woolworths. It's spicy, so I said to my family, I'll save it for you and then you can have that while I have some chicken sausages that have been in the freezer forever. So I thought I'd have a couple still with the mash and the veg. Here's the chicken that they had, and my son had some Dagwood dogs with some veg and some wedges, and he snuck some of the chicken because he likes to try spicy things. So here's our week. Yes, we made the cheesecake. No, we didn't make the ice cream. We had 1, 2, 3 markdown meals, and we had 2 meals that were planned and executed, and the rest, hey, that's life. Well, there you go, guys. There was the week that was and wasn't as far as planning and executing. We're so far north of the plan, it's not funny, but do you know what? Everyone's fed at the end of the day. Everyone's happy. I'm super happy. I got some markdowns and also got a few different meals in the week to show you guys, so I hope it inspired you. And yeah, just to kind of show you what goes on in my head and how I hit the markdowns. It's always the way, if I have meat defrosting in the fridge or a plan, then I'll find markdowns, and usually the price is too good to ignore, so I need to bring them home with me. At worst, they go in the freezer and they get saved away for another day, and I'm not even going to open that right now because that's just ooh. Tune in next week and you can see how bad that got with what happened. So sneak peek, you're going to want to come back next week because this is going to be like a little bit of a series for a couple of weeks while I sort out what I'm doing, because insanity lives here. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining with me today. I absolutely love taking you with the journey, so come back next week to see how this insanity just carried over to the next week and what kind of meals we had and how we got inspired by what we found and where we ended up. Absolutely. So please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this comment, and leave me a comment below and let me know what meal you enjoyed the most, or how was your week? Did you find any markdown specials, or what happened? Do you meal plan? Do you completely just make it up? Or do you get to the end of the week and think, I still haven't used that chicken from 4 days ago? Please tell me I'm not the only one. This is the only freezer that I have, as you guys would know, so anything that we don't have, it needs to fit in there, and that's why I need to come back next week because we're in trouble. Absolutely. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Would love to have you as part of our Frugal Fun family, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.